only to discover that he would have pending warrant of arrest. And now he's incarcerated in jail. And he should be brought to justice. You know, it's not far from, you know, ano ito, fried chicken. I'm not involved with fried chicken here. It's not a question of pride. I mean, I don't care if you apologize or not. I thank you for it. I think that's very noble, but that's okay. Let's finish. I did not even go there. Even before your apology, I said I'm not going to go and bring the Senate to another distraction. People are saying we should concentrate on traffic, we should concentrate on peace and order, we should concentrate on other things. Here comes another distraction. We cannot be forever distracted. He is my friend until now. He is here. I did not say anything against him. Would you like me to read his statement, his text? I will not present him here, but with your permission, Chairman Gaston, I will read it because it speaks about you as a gentleman. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And I will quote. Alam niyo, ito nag-text sa akin si Chairman Gaston, baka maging senador yan balang araw. Ano sabi po niya? Binasa ko po yung Senado kapon. Kaya sabi ko, hindi na kailangan eh. Good evening po, Senator Gordon. I am currently in Amsterdam and heard about the news report that one of our commissioners criticized you. This is not the position of the commission and bank. And sabi niya, and I apologize for whatever aggravation this may have caused you and the honorable members of the Senate Justice and Human Rights Committee. I've spoken to the other commissioners and we hope to make it right. We hope to make it right. May I please call you? Thanks and God bless. And I replied to him and we talked. Sabi niya, sabi niya ibang commissioners. Ang lumabas ito. Did I bring this out? I did not. I did not. Senator Subiri saw a newspaper report that we were being slammed. That, you know, the CHR was slamming the committee. So he stood up. And when he stood up, I had to stand up already. Now, sa akin, wala ho yan. The apology, the personal apology of Chairman Gascon is taken into consideration. I respect him as a gentleman. He doesn't have to apologize to me. The least this guy could do is apologize for himself. But the point here is when the commission is dragged, when the headline, what is the newspaper? Not here. When the newspaper, which I brought in a while ago, came in and says, big headline, CHR, talagang magkakaroon talaga ng issue dyan, which I did not raise. Tama na sa akin yan. Sabi na ni Chairman Gaston, pero lumabas na nga yan, pero lumabas na nga, ano ba ang gagawin? Papapuntahin niyo pa si Chairman Gaston and we will be diverted? I think that I don't have to do that. I think, eto binasa ko na, that's good enough for me.
Mr. Chair, I'm withdrawing momentarily my second motion while we take up my first motion. I'm reiterating.
The chair is confused. Which motion are you talking
My
about?
first
You cannot
motion-
have two motions.
My first motion, Mr. Chair, is to allow the Chair of the Commission on Human Rights to speak and to explain the side of the Commission on Human Rights on this issue at hand. Thank you. That is a pending motion. It has to be resolved first. Thank you.
There doesn't seem to be any member of the committee here. Are we going to vote each other here? You know, technicalities must always give way to substantive justice. Guro, dapat tapusin na natin
I move
dito.
to suspend.
Alam nyo,
I move
I
to
don't
suspend, Mr.
understand it.
Chair.
I really do not understand. When you make something, you know, you accuse the president, sasabihin ka nun, i-withdraw. I-accuse him. Hindi po,
Let's not
sorry kayo.
go to that,
Tapos,
Mr.
pupunta
Chair.
kayo dito,
Let's
may
not
gagawin kayo,
go
and
to
you will
that.
sorry. You will say sorry. And now,
There
you
is a
want to bring this
particular
back
matter
again.
at hand, so
Excuse me, what are you trying to tell me?
hindi po appropriate kung ano-ano naman po ang hinahalo niyo na issue.
Anong hinahalo? Ikaw ang naghahalo. And I'm not going to, hindi kita papatulan. Oh, sige, there's a motion. Let's vote. We have a quorum. 1 senator, 2 senators are here. Let's vote. There's a motion that says we should bring Chairman Gaston here. Pero senador na palagi, tatlong beses na, baka mag-senador ka na. Alright? As many as are in favor of bringing Chairman Gaston, pag-apat na, to testify here. As many as are against? Oh, walang boto. What do we do now?
Then I raise the second motion. We defer at the moment.
The motion is overruled because there is no vote. Okay?
I will raise it again at the proper time.
You can raise anything at the proper time.
May I raise the second motion, or reiterate my second motion on the propriety of taking up the death penalty bill without compliance with the 3-day notice rule before this committee. I move that we defer the taking up of the death penalty bill until such time that there is compliance with the 3-day notice rule to afford the other members of the committee sufficient notice, as well as notice to resource persons.
Is there a second? There appears to be no second motion, so the motion is overruled. Let's proceed. You may bring it up to the floor next time. It's better to bring it to the floor where everybody is here, because I brought it to the floor last time and you were there, you did not say anything. We shall not do it. You know, I'm sorry, I don't really cherish these discussions that are Senator Raquel, are you ready to make your presentation on the death
Just for
penalty?
the record, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, just for the record,
You are speaking on the record all the time.
the
We have not turned off the
the
microphone.
plenary proceedings yesterday was not the proper forum or venue.
I stand corrected.
to raise
You're
the
all
matter.
obviously, you all have the answers, and I bow to your knowledge. It is
The
brilliant.
proper forum is
It is
before
brilliant.
the committees themselves, not the plenary, because the matter of the EJ case is, and the other, and even the death penalty
Noted. With
bill
the chair will now proceed.
has been
Go ahead.
referred
Go ahead.
already
Senator Pacquiao is
to the
recognized.
committee.
You are not recognized anymore.
Thank you.
Very much. Senator Pacquiao, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The problem of our country with regard to drug trafficking and drug abuse has grown into an emergency situation that now merits urgent action. Kailangan na siguro nating magpasa ng batas na pupugsa punto por punto sa lumalala nating problema sa droga. There is now a need to enact a measure that will decisively repress these heinous crimes. For this reason, I filed Senate Bill number 185, an act of impose the death penalty and increase the penalty in certain dangerous drugs crimes, amending for that purpose other special penal laws and for other purposes on the basis of Article 3, Section 19 of the 1987 Constitution, which states that excessive fines shall not be imposed, nor cruel, degrading, or inhuman punishment. Inhuman punishment inflicted, neither shall the penalty be imposed unless for compelling reason involving heinous crimes. The Congress hereafter provides for it. This particular section has been debated upon the framers of our Constitution. Father Joaquin Bernas wanted to abolish the imposition of the death penalty. He proposed the Section 19 be written as, excessive fines shall not be imposed, nor cruel, degrading, or inhuman punishment inflicted. Death penalty already imposed shall be commuted to reclusion perpetua. However, Commissioners Arturo Padilla and Christian Munsod opposed to this proposition. During the deliberations, they advocated to add the exemption and imposing the death penalty by adding to the provision, unless for compelling reasons involving heinous crimes, the Congress hereafter provides for it. Their suggestion prevailed and was adopted by the Commission. True enough, this provision becomes relevant and useful in our ongoing war against drugs crimes. The provision speaks in clear language in granting Congress the authority to push for measures to reimpose the death penalty for compelling reasons. It is of my humble opinion that our current problem over heinous crimes related to the trafficking and abuse of dangerous drugs falls within the bounds of this constitutional limitation. Hence, in my proposed measure, I introduce some amendments to Republic Act number 165, known as the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, Senate Bill 1856, to provide certainty of punishment and more severe penalties to drug traffickers. For example, Section 4 of RA 9165 penalizes only the so-called drug mules that made no mention of the criminals orchestrating this illegal trade. Hence, I added in my proposed measure to also impose penalties to those who shall import or bring or force, intimidate, direct, instruct, or otherwise cause another person to bring into the country any dangerous drug, regardless of the quantity and purity involved. Moreover, Section 11 of RA 9165 imposes the penalty of life imprisonment to death penalty for those who will be caught in possession of 50 grams or more of shabu has been reduced to 10 grams in Senate Bill number 185. Procedurally, the present bill is being filed separate from similarly intended bills for other kinds of crimes in order to move the bill forward with focus and unburdened by more lengthy consideration of other crimes. This will allow for a timely opportunity to stop the nation's growing problem over crimes related to the trafficking and abuse of dangerous drugs. The Senate must be clear in its intention to deter dangerous drug crimes and told the warning bell that the country will now fight back to reign the good of its people, the meaning of its future. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and that's the bill that I'm trying to pass and become a law.
Thank you, Senator Pacquiao. For the record, there's a second bill here, and I think there are other bills that have been filed. I just want to be sure that we have it all. This time written by Senator Lacson, and the title of which is An Act Reinstituting the Death Penalty in the Philippines. The bill of Senator Pacquiao involves imposition of the death penalty in cases of drugs. And on the other hand, there's a general bill here reimposing the death penalty pursuant to the constitutional provision on a law that must be passed in connection with the imposition of the death penalty. So, Senator Lacson, would you like to make a comment on your bill?
No, Mr. Chairman. I think we should now ask the resource persons. But I noticed that we have only one set of resource persons here. They all come from the law enforcement agency or law enforcement sector. So I don't know how we will proceed. At least for today, we can hear them out. But in the succeeding hearings, I would suggest that we hear the other sectors, Mr. Chairman.
Of course. Again, this will take the form of other matters, really, in terms of the bills proposed by Senator Pacquiao and Senator Lacson. So I think we can call the police to, the NBI is here, right? Is the National Bureau of Investigation here?